Alright, so we are going to be creating a new EVNG lab, and we're going to be using it to complete all of our Aruba Switch Simulator labs. So I wanted to go through real quick with you how to get that set up. First off, I'm going to close this guy by powering it off. And I'm going to create a new one. So in VMware Workstation Player, I'm going to right click in the left hand panel and say New Virtual Machine. I'm going to choose the typical recommended setup. Now I've already downloaded the software for EVNG under Downloads and the free Eve Community Edition. And I just clicked the full ISO direct link and downloaded it to my downloads folder. So I'm going to click next here. I'm going to point to where our downloads are, point to that ISO, click next. I'm going to give it a name, just call it Eve Labs. And click next. Location is fine. I'm going to give it 60 gigs just to get started. We may have to expand that later. Click next. And I'm going to customize my hardware. There's a couple settings I need to change to make this work correctly. So right now I have set to NAT, which is fine, but I need to make sure that my processor has the virtualization enabled. So I'm going to click the virtualization or virtualize Intel or AMD, and I'm going to click close. Now, one other thing I see here is the memory, so I'm going to change that real quick because we have a lot of memory here to use, and I don't want it to fall short. So I'm going to say we'll be about 16 gigs or so. Yeah, about 16 gigs because there's 32 on this one. So I'm going to hit close that again, and then I'm going to click finish. All right, so those are the small settings that we need to change, and I'm going to click inside here, and I'm going to hit enter. We're going to get started installing. Setup takes a little bit of time, so let's just be patient and we'll get through this. Alright, then I am prompted to select my language, so I'm going to English, and I'm going to click enter, and then I'm going to click done, and I'm going to click continue, and we'll give it some more time to install some updates and the rest of the installation files. Alright, so the default login is going to be root, and the password is going to be lowercase eve, and now we're going to set the root password. I'm just going to continue with eve, enter, enter, DHCP, enter, direct connection, and let it do its thing. So it's going to reboot on us, and we should be ready to go after that. Alright, fantastic. So now we are prompted with an IP address. So we are able to connect to our Eve installation using NAT and with that address. So I'm going to open up a browser and we're going to type in that same address. We're going to say 192.168.92.130. Alright, fantastic. Now this is a little bit different. The login here username is just going to be admin, the same password, Eve. Alright, cool. So we have logged in successfully to our Eve installation. Now, the next thing we're going to want to do is open up Putty. And we're also going to want to connect to it with that address. And SSH, Putty, we're going to accept. And we're going to log in as root and Eve. Alright, cool. So now we are going to be able to copy and move those files into the Eve setup for us to run those little virtual machines for each one of the iOS's. And for our case, we're going to be running the CX Switch Simulator, or the Aruba operating system, Switch operating system. So we're going to want to open up WinSCP, and we're going to connect to the same IP address, the 192.168.92.130, and we're going to use root, and we're going to use Eve to connect to it, and we're going to say yes. Alright, so from here we can go ahead and start moving those files over to, and those labs over. This is where we'll move the labs to get it set up. So that's the first video of how to get Eve set up and how to get connected through Putty, through WinSCP, and from the browser. If you have any questions, please let me know.